data shows. The data shows that most people who are obese have obese parents, and they come from an obese family. But
wait, that's literally what the fuck she said.
They're all doing the wrong thing. It's not. There's not like a person in that family that's eating grass-fed steak and running marathons and lifting weights and getting up at 6 in the morning and getting in a cold plunge and doing all these different things, but it's still fat as fuck.
Yeah.
And they're watching the calories in and calories out, and they're
First of all, that's not true. There's plenty of people who do work out, and there's plenty of people who do diet like crazy and are still not able to fucking lose the weight. But I do find it funny that he's like, cold plunge, dude. Dog, you got to do cold plunge. That's how you lose all the weight. A buddy of mine was obese, started doing cold plunges, skinny as fuck now.
burning, 1,000 calories a day in exercise, and they're still fat as fuck. That's not real. Like, to say that and to say it on 60 Minutes, there's this weird thing going on where people want to say it's not your fault. And it isn't your fault. I mean, if you believe in determinism, if you believe in the impact of the people around you and the environment that you're in, which is most certainly real, the impact of your parents, the impact.
Bro, if you eat in a deficit, isn't it impossible not to lose weight? Of course, it's not. Of course, it's impossible to not lose weight if you eat in a deficit. For example, if you just don't eat at all, especially if you're like a particularly fat individual, you can go for a lot longer without eating anything, technically, and not die. Now, does that mean it's healthy? Does that mean it's consistent? Does that mean it is the right way to lose the weight? Does that mean it's like as easy for you as it is for like even someone who's trying hard but has like a less broken metabolism? No, of course not. Technically, yes. Technically, if you don't fucking eat, you could lose weight. Okay? But it doesn't mean anything. Like, say that, but it's still not sustainable. People just say it really is that simple, though. Like, they're not fucking munching on whatever the fuck they want and not gaining weight. One day, you will understand. You're going to be like 35 years old, okay? You're going to be 35 years old, and you're going to realize your metabolism isn't as fast as it was. And motherfuckers like me, who were fucking obese their whole goddamn lives, are going to be sitting around with a goddamn six-pack laughing at you, okay? You fucking piece of shit. I'm sick and tired of these dumb motherfuckers who are like, oh, no, I've been skinny my whole life. Just stop eating. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You don't know what it's like. And at that point, you have 35 years of eating like shit that you never even thought about. Okay? Fuck you. Anyway, but yeah, no, for some people, they literally, for some people, reducing their caloric intake is not sustainable. And on top of that, it is literally like, for some people, they have to reduce it a lot, okay? Like a gigantic amount, like an unsustainable amount to even lose some of the weight.
Of modeling, you're modeling after other people's bad decision making. That's all real. That's 100% real. But to say that all obesity is just genetic is bonkers. That's a bonkers thing to say, and it discredits all these people that we know that were obese that without surgery lost all that weight and looked great, like Ethan Suplee.
That's crazy. No, that's not. It doesn't discredit anybody. What the fuck? Not a single person. Bro, not a single person who's ever actually had to struggle with weight would ever say that. That's crazy. He just made up a whole ass thing, dude. He just made up a whole ass person to be like, it's discrediting all these people who lost it like the natural way. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. What are you talking about? You sure about that? Dude, you would have to be a fucking freak, okay? Like a real freak. To turn around and be like, oh, dude, what the fuck?
Complete. Perfect example. There was a guy that was at one point in time like 500 plus pounds, right? How big was Ethan was yet his biggest? But anyway, Jamie will find out. Documented all of it. Did it publicly because he was a fucking star. He's a famous actor. Lost all the weight. Now looks great. And did it through exercise and discipline and even like was really open about the fact that he gained a lot of it back a couple times. He went from 550 to 255. He did that.
Wow.
He did that himself. I mean, he did it and he documented it.
Man, this is so dumb. Everyone that loses weight does it themselves. The fuck do you mean? Like, what?
And he had to go through surgery to get the skin removed so that his, he wasn't like a flying squirrel. But he did it. And to say that it's all genetic, like, no, he had the same genes. Like, this is the same guy. It's not.
And it's also not inspiring.
Yes.
So like to say that, but that's the tension. If you
Bro, I'm sorry. I can't deal with this, dude. I'm losing my fucking mind. I hate this. I hate this conversation. It's so stupid. It's not inspiring. Man, who gives a fuck? Like, literally, who gives a fuck, dude? On the one hand, you're constantly talking about how, like, obesity is the worst thing that could happen to a person. And, like, it's like a moral failing or whatever. And then when there's, like, a method, let's say, or a new method of not being obese anymore, they're like, well, that's fake though. Like, you're discounting shit. What the fuck? How dare you say like genetic factors are an important component here? You're right, by the way. The 60-minute segment framed the issue like you might not be able to lose weight with diet alone, and it's not your fault. These drugs developed by our ad partner will definitely help you lose weight. While that is true, I don't like the way that they framed it either. Yes, you can still, of course, lose weight with diet and physical fitness. But how hard it will be varies, okay? How hard it will be for you varies due to genetic considerations, genetic factors, due to your material conditions, okay? And that is precisely why I get frustrated when people are like, oh, yeah, just take this fucking miracle drug, especially when the miracle drug you're talking about is like $1,300 and the government is not, subsidizing it.
say it's all genetic or it's significantly genetic, then you're encouraging people to be more accepting of the challenges of.
How is overcoming genetic diversity not fucking inspiring? Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, people are saying genetic considerations are more important than previously thought with respect to people becoming obese. Okay? It doesn't fucking matter. He overcame, like, his genetic predisposition then. That is inspiring still. You're right.
Of other people's lives, like your life might be everybody's walking a hard road is basically the philosophical thing, that you don't, just because it's easy for you to exercise doesn't mean it's easy for others to exercise.
Sort of, but aren't they also saying you don't even have to walk that road because it's not going to help you?
Exactly. So that's a very poor statement of that. It's a trade-off. I mean, it's a different philosophy. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
It's a really inspiring, powerful, empowering philosophy, but it's like, yeah, well, sometimes it's harder. Than others.
You can't say that because different people have different. Some people don't even have fucking shoes. Yeah. Like the idea of pull yourself up by your bootstraps is stupid. And I did it. Why didn't you? No, you did it with your life. The idea that your life, because it was difficult, is exactly the same as somebody else's life, which may be more difficult or have insurmountable obstacles that are in the way. There's also like different temperaments, different mental fortitude that people are just, for whatever reason, from the womb have. Some people are just determined from the time they're really young, and some people are just not. Some people are discouraged easily, and some people are not, and I don't know why. Yeah. But to say that there's no way is crazy. To say there's no way is like, that's irresponsible. And it's also like to say that and just put it on 60 Minutes. Hey guys, that's not true. And you could talk to a lot of people that have lost weight and they'll tell you it's not true. It doesn't mean that the people who are obese.
I don't believe it. I don't think people that lost weight, unless they're like fucking weirdo freaks, are going to turn around and be like, no, your genes play no role in it. Actually, it was because I was a fat piece of shit who couldn't shut my mouth up in the way that Joe Rogan is presenting it. That's crazy. That I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of weirdo freaks, but I don't even think that the guy he's bringing up, Ralphie May or whatever, does he say that? Ralphie May is dead? No, I'm not talking about Ralphie May. The actor he's talking about. This guy. He's alive. What the fuck's his name? Ethan Suplee.
Doesn't mean that the people who are obese didn't get a really bad hand genetically, a really bad hand in terms of the environment they grew up with. Yeah, they got dealt a bad hand. No doubt. It's not the same as someone who grows up in a house where everybody's skinny and the fucking whole family runs. Like, no, it's not going to be the same. Someone who's eating organic and the whole family like does a lot of exercise and does stuff together. Yeah, they're going to be thinner. Yeah. But it's like you can't lie. You can't lie, and you can't expect me to think that you're really an expert when you say things like that.
Yeah, but you also can't criticize Bill Gates by saying he has a soft body.
Of course you can.
Of course you're being a comedian, but
he does. And if he's talking about health, hey, buddy, get your house in order first.
Oh, my God, dude. Joe, your body is kept together by, like, a metric ton of steroids, man. Come on, dude. I hate this take. Like, yeah, you fucking use a lot. Oh, my God. Yes, you work out a lot. You do cold plunges. But, my man, your nipples look like Diglett for a reason, dog. Calm the fuck down talking shit about other people's bodies and shit. Jesus Christ. What a fucking ape this guy is. Bill Gates can't talk about health. He's too soft. Bill Gates too soft talk about health. Me, I strong. I strong. People say I got Vienna sausage nipple, but that's because I eat good. My nipple very, very pronounced. That's why I lead our entire group. Yeah, he's like, Joe Rogan goes to his doctor and he's like, I'm sorry. What's your fucking body fat percentage again? More than 13%. I can't see your fucking abs, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Joe Rogan would rather listen to Bradley Martin than his fucking doctor, dude. He's like, yeah, dude, Bradley Martin is a big guy, jacked. Gonna listen to him. Sorry. He's the most jacked. He knows health. He knows health better than my fucking doctor. Sorry, doctor, I know you told me that I have cancer and I need to go on chemotherapy immediately, but guess what? This other guy who's like way more jacked than you told me that that's not the case. So I think I'm going to go with him instead. Fucking bubble gut ass, dude. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, this is Joe Rogan's best friend. You'll never say same shit about that dude's health. I mean, yeah, no one is saying he's healthy, though. Come on. Hasan's just mad he doesn't have Joe's body. Yes, I do. I'm so mad. I really want this body. You're right, Chatter. Come on, man. Look, I admire how much effort and work Joe Rogan puts into his body, okay? I do. I don't even have an issue with steroids. But I also understand that there are medical complications that come along with using with extended use of steroids. And ultimately, like, I think, you know, saying that people who have soft bodies who are otherwise healthy can't say anything about health because they don't have my level of like lean muscle mass is fucking insane. In this clip, Joe literally contradicts what he's saying now and says genetics and biology does play a part about at minute 1. Yeah, but he also acknowledged that too, I think.
Just don't work on you. You know, the
Sure.
thing, yeah, including diet. You know, there's
Oh man, arguing about diets is another great one. And this, I really like talking about diets simply because there's, at the end of the day, it's so much safer than politics because there's no military backing up a diet system. But you know, you talk about politics and it's like, we have a fucking military to force you to do the shit we want you to do,
Right.
versus the other military that's going to force you the other way. But diets, it's like veganism versus carnivore. If we're just talking about weight loss, the other thing, some of these things get into like the minutia of health. If you've got a guy who's got 200 pounds to lose, why are we focusing on the minutia of health? I don't know that that's the right goal. If the goal is just weight loss, I don't think these are the same. These are the same conversations.
Yeah, I think the variety, there's so many different things that need to happen to a person to force them into action. What do you think is the key things? Is it inspiration? Is motivation? Is it that you don't want to die or you don't want to be sick any longer, that you're fed up? Or is it being inspired by a guy like David Goggins or Cameron Haynes or someone like that?
Oh, David Goggins, dude. I can't. Always David fucking Goggins, dude. Just like... Real talk, why the Goggins hate? I hate the whole, like, get up, motherfucker. Like, I'm the military guy. I'm the fucking military man in your ear type shit all the time. It's just like the most, like, annoying type of person. I'm more of a fuck Jocko guy. I mean, he's not as bad as Jocko. Goggins' life story is pretty good, and he's more than the rah 4 a.m. shit. First of all, yeah, he's a self-help guy. Okay, I'm just going to say it, okay? People that like ultra marathons, kind of weird. Not a fan of meatheads? What the fuck do you mean? I love meatheads. I had the meatiest of meatheads on my broadcast sitting next to me on Sunday. I don't like people who are like sanctimonious, and also I can't stand fucking long distance motherfuckers, dude. They're just, I don't get it. It pisses me off. I'm angry when I think about it. It makes me mad. No, not Will, Bradley Martin. I went from bro split to biking 200 kilometers in a day and watching ultra marathon shit. I'll be back in the bushes now. I want to be able to run 14 miles so bad. No, I don't care. I don't care. No. I will never will never care about that level of fucking endurance development. Okay? I just don't care. I'm sorry.
For me,
All right, let's get back to this. Let's finish this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of incredible doctors that don't have their house in order.
That's true. But if
Yeah.
you're giving health advice, one of the core components to health is your metabolic health, your overall metabolic
Pull
health.
up this story right out of the gate. They're talking about using that drug, that semaglutide stuff
Oh,
we've been
no.
talking about.
I brought
Is that what they're doing? So this is like an ad for semaglutide?
I'm not saying that, but that's what it seems like.
Oh my
There's even like the whole thing
God.
about the shortages of it.
Oh no.
So
But you know, I think Huberman.
You don't get it, so therefore it's shit. What an awesome take. Imagine if we use that logic on gay and trans people. Did you just compare me making a fucking lighthearted joke about like ultra marathon runners to literally just killing gay and trans people? Are you fucking insane? Okay, now I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now I actually mean it about the ultra marathon people, okay? That's wild. Yeah. That's awesome. Marathon runners are the most oppressed in society. There's no he has to be joking. Please tell me you're joking. Oh God, he's not joking. I don't think he's joking. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am a notorious hater of running, okay? Unless it's for a purpose, like playing basketball. That's it.
Was discussing this. He might have been discussing this with Peter Attia, and they were discussing that semaglutide doesn't just make you lose fat, but also makes you lose muscle in many cases. And that's probably because you're not taking in enough food, right? Because what it's doing is I'm just guessing. There might be some other mechanisms involved, obviously, but if you're like full quicker, which is the idea behind this stuff. It's almost like you're taking an injection that does the same thing as like a belly band. If you're not eating enough food and you're losing fat that quickly, you might be losing muscle too. Like, because when people go on like binge diets, they starve themselves, they lose muscle. Like when guys.
Wait, this is yet another Joe Rogan Experience episode where in the 6 minutes, he basically found a way to contradict himself and then come to the conclusion that like maybe the doctor wasn't entirely wrong, especially because it's something about fitness, so he knows better, and is like literally just wearing himself down.
Guys lose weight for fights, and they get down to a very minimalistic, very minimal calorie input. They lose muscle too. Like when someone cuts themselves down from like 205 and fights at 170, 100% they're going to lose some muscle too.
Yeah, but there's an interesting. So for fighting is different.
Is that true? Even I did a water fast and lost no muscle? Well, it depends on how long you did it for, but yes, you absolutely. When you're cutting, you also lose muscle mass, 100%. If you're cutting weight, if you're trying to cut fat and you're not losing muscle mass, that means you're like, there's a way to do it, but you would not be losing a lot of weight if you're doing it like that. You're like mostly doing maintenance. Unless you're on steroids or you're doing, you can get newbie gains, yes. It's also, again, a genetic component. There's a genetic factor in it, too.
Different, but there's if you're doing it in a healthy way, for your own personal life, there might be some strength training combined. I mean, that's a really interesting dynamics, right? How do you lose weight while maintaining muscle mass?
Well, it depends on how many calories you're burning. Much of the weight loss resulting from GL.
Also, why is he talking to Lex Friedman about fucking like being physically fit? Like, it's not like he's the most physically fit guy either. You know what I mean? He's just like some normal guy. I don't know what his like regimen is, but like, it's so weird. Does martial arts? Okay. Lex sometimes runs in Boston. I've passed him before. Oh no, he's also. Oh no, he's also a runner. Okay, I'm not going on his podcast yet now. If he's a marathon runner, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching that podcast. I hate running so much.
P1 agonist is the loss of muscle, bone mass, and other lean tissue rather than body fat. Holy shit.
It's dark.
For example, a 2021, but at least you look good.
He's actually pretty jacked. So Jeff is the only person who's a marathon runner, and Cody too, that I feel like aren't they don't make it their entire personality. And cut video.
Cookie, you want to try for me? Stop. Dude, it'll be fun.
You're fat as fuck.
Yeah.
You want to be fat?
Yeah, dude. Being fat's fun.
Your mind is full of shit. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. You need to fucking work harder.
I don't want to be doing work.
You roll your fat ass out of bed and all you want is some fucking damn cinnamon buns and shit.
Yeah, I love that.
Man, you are a piece of shit. What kind of pussy you are, man. If you get off your ass and you start moving.
I don't want to work that hard.
You're not a man. You're no fucking man, dude. Like,
I'm sorry, I can't.
you're a fat, sloppy motherfucker.
Oh, really, sir?
Do you want to be a bitch today? You're in the fucking dungeon. You have a good
It's
chance
edited.
of being fucked.
Oh, my God. You want to fuck a fat guy? What a fucking nerd.
Fuck you.
I'm your fuck pig.
You're a nasty motherfucker.
He's a nasty motherfucker.
Oh.
I'm about to drop your fucking ass. You're getting beat the fuck down.
Yeah, dude. I love that shit, dude.
You be ready. Because the time is going to come.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's fuck each other up. Let's die.
Fucking ready, man.
Guess what, dude? You get to go see God. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
He's clearly insane. He's going to go to jail.
Man, this motherfucker. God, what the fuck, man? Get me out of this shit.
I brought some
Dude.
cookies.
This is a fucking incredible edit, dude. Holy shit. Stavros Halkias kills David Goggins. That was really good. Guys, that was edited, okay? That was edited. That was edited. That was edited. This is cut like a reality TV show and then explains so much about reality TV. Why was this age restricted? Oh, God. It's not real, but I can see that conversation taking place. Like, obviously it's edited. However, despite the fact that it's actually edited, it could be real. Like, I feel like Stavros is the type of motherfucker who would say that to him. The fact that I believe this is a lot about the world. No, I mean, I can't speak for Goggins, but I can speak for Stavros, and I feel like Stavros would say that to him.